Hi, we're in front of my house in Westport, Connecticut. My name's Catherine Cleare. As interior designers, we often focus on the big picture, which is really important. But today, I'm going to take you on a very special tour of my home to show you all of the wonderful details that we incorporate into many projects that would be great in your home, whether it's contemporary or traditional. So remember, it's all in the details. So this is my foyer in my home, and I have to tell you what I fell in love with first when I was designing this. It's the balusters. I just think they're so lovely the way that they're cut open with like a rope twist. And then even the newel post I had designed to relate back to the balusters. But the best of all, you have to see the floor. Look at this, because here I took these white oak floors. I have this fabulous artist that I work with, and what we did is we created these patterns and then just kept staining darker and darker to create what I call the poor man's inlay. It's pretty neat, isn't it? We're in my kitchen, and if there's one place where people have very strong opinions, it's about the kitchen. I'm going to share with you some really great design details that I think you're going to really like rather than focusing on cabinetry design. Let's start with my kitchen drawer here, the refrigerator drawer. This is where I keep my produce, and I like this because it's right next to my sink. And I did a neat thing. I carved the drain board right into the stone, so you'll see when I wash my produce or my dishes, the water goes right back into the sink. And then right next to the sink, I have my dishwasher. And then I have a second sink here, also with a drain board. And I have my second dishwasher, which is pretty marvelous because it means my husband cannot bag out of doing dishes after our parties. Moving down a little bit further, I have the ice machine, very important for those parties. And best of all, I have my warming drawer because when I've cooked for a few days, believe me, I want everything perfect. So when I'm done with the party, I just use it as my bread drawer. There's a difference between a patio with a grill and an outdoor kitchen. Let me show you this kitchen here. We designed it so that you have a bar area to sit at, the nice Viking grill, and we have a sink built in. And then I even put in a granite countertop and drawers. So this really functions beautifully as a summertime outdoor kitchen area. When I'm entertaining, I want to make sure that nothing gets between me and the view of my guests. So I selected this umbrella in my design so that it is supported off to the side here instead of through the center of my table. And the best part, I can move this with one hand in order to keep up with the sunshine during the day. And it's also great for those small patio spaces where you just don't have a lot of room. We're in my living room, and I want to talk to you about those fabulous one-of-a-kind pieces of furniture that I so adore designing. There are two pieces here I'm going to talk to you about. Here is a coffee table where I made it from a tray that I found in an antique shop. I then had an artisan carve the base for me, and then another artisan faux painted the legs inside. This piece, the chair and the sofa, I found it in an antique shop, and this sofa, it actually had a bathtub sitting in it. Yes, a bathtub. So I had one artisan carve back on the pieces that were missing. Another artisan did the faux tortoiseshell on it. This way it keeps it modern and fresh looking. In the master bedroom, if you can only have one indulgence, why not consider a gas fireplace? You don't have to carry the wood upstairs, and how fun that you can just turn it on with the flip of a switch. It's really great. An element of design that's really important to me is the ceiling. And one of the fun parts about new construction is you have that opportunity to raise the ceiling up. I love the idea of popping it up so that you end up having a room that's maybe not so big. It feels really big, and it adds an architectural interest. It gives it a great character. It's fun to custom design a bed. When I designed this bed, I have a wonderful artisan that I work with who really he took plywood and cut this fabulous shape out, and then he actually carved the fruit and the turn post for me. And then another great artisan that I work with, he did all the faux painting on this. How fun to think that you could have a one-of-a-kind bed for not a lot of money. Let's talk about bathrooms. I want to share with you some really good tips on designing a bathroom that's your dream come true. The most important thing is making sure you have lighting at your face level. For example, here on the tower, I always make sure that I have lighting right at face level, and I also do lighting up above. But a favorite thing of mine is having little doors and drawers for the toiletries, so you don't have to bend down to get underneath the sink. And when you build a tower down to the countertop, make sure you use a marble backsplash so that you don't have water damage on the wood. When you're selecting your stone or your tile, why don't you think about using a few different sizes and shapes and arranging them in different patterns, from the stacked here to mosaic with the etched pattern and then on to the diagonal. It makes it just more interesting. But just look at this stone. I fell in love with the blue stone first, and then I found a pattern I liked and I had it etched into this. So when you're picking out stone, if you have a yellow that you love or a red or something, pick any color stone that you want and then pick the pattern. Maybe it's your monogram that you would put in there. I designed the stone layout for the floor to relate back to the shower stall. So check this out. I put the mosaic here, the etched blue stone here, the diagonal through this space, and then the blue diamond. But best of all, it's a heated floor. This is my toilet room, believe it or not. I just want to show you this tight shop because it's a great example of thinking outside the box when you're picking out a window. I actually found this panel in an antique shop in Martha's Vineyard, and when I designed the house, I made sure I could fit that, but I needed privacy in this toilet room for my neighbors. But I still wanted light in here, and I wanted a pretty window. And it's really great for creating that privacy, but it's still beautiful to look at. What do you think? Let's talk about mirrors. Never underestimate the magic of mirrors. We're in my master closet, and I've lined the sides of the closet and all of the doors with mirrors in order to make it look and feel bigger and brighter. And I get to check out the back side of me before I leave the house. But wait till you see the best part of all. Ladies, is shoes. I have lots of shoes, and I line the inside shelving and on the doors with shoes. What more could I ask for? Now we're in a man's bathroom. You have to make sure that it's not cutesy. My husband would have a fit with that. So let's look at a few details that you can incorporate, and just keep in mind each piece needs to relate. Whatever happens on the cabinets needs to reflect back into the, for example, our medicine cabinet. So I went to a frame shop and I just bought a bamboo picture frame. I attached that to the medicine cabinet, bamboo wallpaper, and then the bamboo light fixture. And I also bought simple little bamboo pulls for the cabinets and a handmade bamboo accent tile for the bathroom floor. And then for the window, I wanted something different than your standard rectangular window, so I put in a diamond-shaped window. It just makes it a little more interesting architecturally. But best of all, wait till you see the shower. I'm in my husband's shower. There are two things I always design into a shower. One is the shelving for all of your shampoo products, and the other is a place to put up your legs for shaving. I know the cameraman's not thinking about that, but it's important to us girls. I hope you enjoyed the tour. There are many details that we shared with you that I think you can incorporate into your home, whether traditional or contemporary. This is Catherine Cleare, and remember, it's all in the details.